Hello, everyone. Welcome to our mock class today. My name is Kate Deering. I am a coordinator for recruitment here at Geese Online, and I look forward to spending this next hour with you. Our time today will be spent providing you with an opportunity to understand how live lectures work here at Geese and how they're delivered in our three online programs, the IMBA, the IMSA, and the IMSM. Before we get started learning about extending brands to increase value with Professor Hayden Noel, I did want to cover a few housekeeping items. I see some of you have your cameras turned on. That's great. I encourage all of you to turn on your camera so we can see all of your wonderful faces here today. Please note that you are all muted in order to minimize background noise during this class. There will be moments when Professor Noel invites you to participate, and our technical team will unmute your microphone for you. If you have any questions, please use the raise hand feature and we will call on you during the class. We will have a breakout session during our time today, which will allow you to participate with your fellow session attendees. And lastly, we invite you to feel comfortable participating in the chat. I will be here and I'm happy to answer any questions that anyone has. All right, our instructor for today's class is Professor Hayden Noel. He is a clinical associate professor of business administration. Hayden began his career at the University of Illinois in 2007, and in addition to teaching, he currently serves as an academic director for online degree programs. His research interests include consumer information processing and memory. Professor Noel also has been on the list of professors ranked as excellent for 14 years. He was named the Executive MBA Program Professor of the Year in 2016, and he also received the Professional MBA Teaching Excellence Award in 2017. Lastly, he was named the IMBA Professor of the Year in 2019. Professor Noel earned his PhD in marketing from the University of Florida in 2002. So very exciting. So please join me in welcoming Professor Noel.
Hello, hello, and welcome from wherever in the world you are. I'm Professor Hayden Noel. Let me see all those lovely faces. I just want to reiterate and thank you, Kate, for that introduction. Wonderful. Make me sound better than I am, but I love it. I need to see your faces for a number of reasons, right? One of the things that makes me an effective instructor is knowing what you don't know, understanding what you don't understand. So if I say something, I see Chelsea's face light up, I know she gets it. If I say something else and I see J.W. Schultz's face or a frown, say, you know what, let me repeat that because some people aren't getting this, right, Mr. Schultz? So, I really would love to see more of your faces. So I can engage you some more, right? The worst thing to try and engage is a black screen. Terrible. I tried engaging it. Black screens don't like me for some reason. It's tough to read the room. All right, so let us begin. Where are we from? Uganda. Okay, China. Good, good. My brother plays bass guitar in a rock band in China. Go figure. A Trinidadian playing bass guitar in China. So anyway, good. Wisconsin, Hong Kong. I've been to Hong Kong. Argentina. Sorry, I love the Brazilian soccer team. Pakistan. Good. Thailand. I have to visit. Okay, great. Wow. San Francisco. I worked on Market Street in San Francisco, you bet. Wonderful. Nebraska. Nebraska, you need a football team there at that university. I don't know what's happening with you. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Colombia, colombiano, Jorge. Bienvenido, Jorge. Okay. All right, and Princeton from Ghana. I have some friends at Ashesi University in Ghana. I actually will be in Ghana next year, Princeton, so maybe we can connect. And Anna. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, let's begin. Let's begin. Again, I love seeing the faces. So the more you can turn the cameras on, the better. And if you have a black screen, bit of advice moving forward. Get a photo of yourself. Take your LinkedIn photo, some photo, and use it as your image. So at least we know who you are, right? So do that moving forward for whenever if you join the program, and I look forward to seeing you, because it's always great for people to see with whom they speak. Okay, so look forward to seeing you make those changes. All right, let's begin. Where am I? Here I am. Can you see these slides? Can you see them?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great, great, great. Lovely. Landon Wright, Carlos, Erica O'Rourke. Okay, good. Not related to Beto O'Rourke, are you? Okay, I like that guy. But anyway, let's move on. So quickly about me, I was born in Trinidad and Tobago. I tell you this for two reasons. One, it's one of the best places on earth. But secondly, when Trinidadians get excited, we speak very quickly. When we like things, we speak very quickly. And therefore, if you speak quickly, you might not understand some things I'm saying. So the onus is on you to put your hand up electronically, Chip Roberts, put your hand up electronically and say, Professor, you're going too fast. I know you love marketing, but slow down, right? So I tell you this so you know that I love marketing, I love what I do, and I get excited about it. So you need to slow me down, or else I'd assume you understand everything, right, Sarah Hale? Lovely, let's go. What we do today, we'll talk about the global brands, top global brands, and I'll show you a framework you can use to evaluate brand extensions, and you'll develop a brand extension, all right? So let me ask you this. I'm going to just ask you a question and you can answer. Landon Wright, what do you think is a top global brand in terms of brand value in the year 2020? Give me one. Give me a brand. Landon Wright. Unmute thyself, Landon.
1 second, Hayden. Landon Wright, you said?
Yes. Oh, you can't see him?
And there we go. Landon,
top global brand.
Amazon.
Amazon. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Yiki Ho, H-O. Yiki. Could you unmute it for me? And then I'll move on.
Apple.
Who? Apple. Okay, interesting. Type in the chat if you think you know what the top global brand was. Type in the chat for me. Type in the chat. What was a top global brand in terms of brand value? Brand value. Hilton. Wow, I see someone who has a Hilton membership card. Coca-Cola. No. Surprisingly, the top global brands, 2 or 3, do not make consumer goods, consumer packaged goods, and so on. Let's look at them. Number 4 was Google. Sherry onto something. Number 3 was Microsoft. Not Pepsi. Pepsi's way down the list. 2 was Amazon. Number 1 was Apple. No, Chris, Alibaba is a ways off still. Number 1 was Apple. Which was the number 5, you think? I don't think anyone will guess it. Don't go looking it up, please. That's what my students do. They go look it up. Don't. Facebook. So Facebook is a good guess. No, remember you have to move away from those type of consumer packaged goods. Think of technology or tech-related products, right? LinkedIn. Let me put you out of your misery. It was Samsung. I was a bit surprised myself. Savina Fino, I was surprised that this was the number 5, but it was the number 5 brand in terms of brand value. Oh wait, Gabor, did you type that or you heard me say it? Gabor Pachkos, you type that in? Interesting. Gabor got spot on. Okay, so these are all very strong brands. And these strong brands provide their companies with specific types of advantages. What are those advantages? Why? I mean, it's really invaluable in so many ways to have a strong brand with strong brand equity that consumers know. Some of them here, you have greater loyalty. People are more likely to stick with the brand through thick and thin. Meaning, even if the brand is facing negative press and so on, A strong brand would maintain consumers, people who bought the brand will stick with the brand and continue purchasing the brand, right? Another very important advantage, user-friendly, okay, customer satisfaction, yes. Another specific advantage is the opportunity, the chance to launch what's known as a brand extension. A brand extension. Anyone knows what a brand extension is? Trust is so good, Ranjita. Anyone knows? Type in the chat. What's a brand extension? What do you think it is? What do you think is a brand extension? I'm not seeing anyone type it. A new product line somewhat related. Okay. A brand entering new categories. Laura, is that Surprise? Okay, Laura is correct. Laura's correct. When you talk about a brand extension, we're talking about taking a brand, whatever the brand is, and launching a product in a completely new category. Completely new category. If it's in the same category, it's called a line extension. But a brand extension is a completely new category, right? And well, I just described this. And let's go to the next slide. An example of a brand extension would be Nike. Nike, which is well known for shoes and sporting equipment. Nike launched Nike cologne and Nike perfume. It failed. Right? It failed. No one wanted to smell like sweat. Hey, what do you just play basketball? No, I'm coming out to dinner with you. So this did not work. It did not work. And we'll explain why in about 10 minutes. But Nike tried to launch this extension and it was a complete flop. Another one is a line extension. So we talk about brand extensions being a completely different category, right? Nike cologne or perfume. Line extension is when a company launches a new product in the same category. So for example, Coke has launched a lot of line extensions. Diet Coke, Diet Cherry Coke, Vanilla Coke. All of those are line extensions. Someone asked in the last class, so what about Coca-Cola making Dasani water? No. When you talk about brand or line extensions, they have to carry the same brand name. A completely new brand is not an extension, right? That's an acquisition in this case. They acquired Dasani, or it's just simply a new brand. So a brand or line extension must carry the brand name. And we'll talk about why the brand name is important. Now, what are some of the advantages of brand or line extensions? It really, really helps in terms of sales. The prospects of success are far greater because, as someone spoke about earlier, I think Ranjita, the element of trust. People trust the brand name. So therefore, Coke, for the Coke lovers out there, I do not drink soda, but my wife loves Diet Coke. Oh my gosh. For the Coke lovers out there, if Coke launches another product, you have a certain level of trust in the brand. So therefore, you would think that the line extension could be of the same quality in terms of flavor and taste. So therefore, that helps with sales. A major disadvantage, so the prospects of success are really high if the brand is already well-liked and trusted. Major disadvantage, though, is the prospect of diluting the brand. Every summer, there are these kids in my neighborhood who sell lemonade, between the ages of 5 and 8 or 10. And the lemonade is the most watered down lemonade I've ever had in my life. Talk about dilution. So dilution, when you talk about diluting the brand, you're watering it down. It does not represent the same quality as the original brand. So there's always a risk. When you launch a brand or line extension, there could be brand dilution. All right, let us move on. I'm reading the chat as well. Oh, surprise, Laura, surprise. Okay, wonderful. So let's move on. we talked, I mentioned that launching an extension using a well-known brand enhances chance of success. This is so because what happens is people transfer what they know about the brand to the extension. They transfer the associations of the brand to the extension, right? So for the Coke lovers out there, when you think of Coke, type what comes to mind. When you think of Coke, what comes to mind? Sweet, red. What else? What else? Consistent flavor, soda, quench your thirst, refreshing, pop, classic. Okay, so you think refreshing, consistent flavor, sweet, sugar, distinct product. Look, if Coke is able to transfer those associations to an extension, that enhances chances of success. So that makes that new extension very likely to succeed. It means it's very likely that that would succeed. So what you want to do is transfer those positive associations to the extension. How do you do that, people ask? The main way you do that is through your, the 4 Ps, right? The color of the can, the advertising. So you emphasize in your promotional strategy the different associations you want transferred. You emphasize them, all right? Now, the ease with which these associations transfer impacts likelihood of success. The easier they transfer to the extension, the more likely the extensions are to be successful. Volkner and Sattler in 2006 did this they ran these great experiments. They did this study where they were looking at likelihood of success of certain extensions. And of course, they found that consumers react more positively when the associations transfer. That's called fit. When there's fit, then consumers would react more positively and evaluate the extension more positively, right? So if it transfers very easily. Clorox, if Clorox makes disinfecting wipes, Jose Garcia, Clorox makes disinfecting wipes. Just nod or shake your head. Is that easy transfer of associations? Yes, okay. Now let me ask Robin Rosenboom. Robin, let's say Clorox makes Clorox orange juice. Orange juice, Robin, is there easy association transfer, Robin?
No, not at all.
Not at all. Yeah. There's nothing there to transfer. I mean, what? Drink this to be cleansed on the inside? I don't know what transfers. But with the wipes, there's that transfer. It's strong, it cleans, all of those things can transfer. So the easier the associations, what comes to mind about the brand, the easier that transfers, then the more likely the product is going to be successful. Colgate frozen meals. Yeah, I saw Colgate lasagna. I don't know who the heck in Colgate approved that product. Yeah, seriously. So Sarah, you're right. I saw Sarah Hale in the chat said Colgate had Colgate lasagna. Eat this and your mouth is refreshed at the same time. I have no idea. It tastes like mouthwash. I don't know. Anyway, getting back to this. So for an extension to be successful, you want the associations to be transferred easily. Clorox orange juice, no. By the way, this was so dumb of them to have Clorox in the color of an orange, of orange juice here. You know, some little kid is going to try to drink that, right? It makes no sense to me. So stupid. Sorry. Let me get off my soapbox. Okay, let me get back onto teaching. So let's think about how we evaluate extensions. All right. So he says, does a brand extension have the potential to kill the mother brand? Not necessarily kill, but you could damage the brand, right? You can damage the brand, damage how people think about the brand, depending on how far removed it is or how negative the reaction is from the consumer. So yeah, yep, Ranjita is spot on. Ranjita, I hope you apply. You have been spot on with everything. I would love to see you in my class next semester. Please. Wonderful, wonderful, Ranjita. You keep that up. So how do you evaluate brand extensions? We use what's known as the flow framework. The flow framework. What's a flow framework? And this is one thing I want you to take away from this class, this mock lecture. We start by talking about the fact that extensions are successful, more successful when associations transfer more easily. But there's a framework that you can use that can help you evaluate them, which is even more detailed. First is fit. That's the first part of the framework. Then leverage, then opportunity. Fit, leverage, and opportunity. What is fit? You should be able to tell me what fit is based on the previous 15 minutes. Fit, how stretchable the brand is. Do the associations transfer? Can they transfer far, or how far can they transfer? But fit, do the associations transfer? Do the associations transfer, right? Duracell, you know what Duracell is, of course, right? Erica O'Rourke, Duracell batteries. Duracell made Duracell flashlights. There was transfer there, right? Erica, if I said Duracell flashlights, which associations transfer? Tell me, from Duracell to flashlights. Could we give her the opportunity to speak? Yeah.
The power of the Duracell batteries itself being in the flashlight, it gives the consumer the reliability that it's going to work.
Power, reliability, long lasting, all of these things. Yes, thank you so much, Erica. There's transfer, so there's fit. Duracell also tried to make cameras. They did. It failed, Erica, it failed, right? You know, some of these things, you might say, you know what, I want a long-lasting camera. Yeah, but in the camera world, that does not give you leverage. Doesn't give you leverage, right? That's not the number one thing that people think about in their camera. They want quality. Well, both of those projector are brand extensions, because batteries and flashlights are two completely different categories. Right? Camera and battery and camera is another different category as well. So both are brand extensions. But Erica, with the flashlight, longevity and power and all that matters, right? But with a camera, power and longevity might matter, but they're not up there. What matters is clarity of focus, ability to take certain types of pictures and so on, right? That matters. So even though there might be a transfer of associations, there's no leverage. There's no leverage. And we'll talk about leverage in a minute. Now, when it comes to fit, remember we talked about stretchability? If a brand is positioned on quality, you can extend that to many different categories. So let's say we are talking about Ralph Lauren. Ralph Lauren is known as high quality, a brand that makes high quality products, right? So if it makes high quality products, you should be able to transfer that association of quality and prestige to multiple categories. Ralph Lauren was known for its clothing. Ralph Lauren was known for its, I'm going too fast. Ralph Lauren was known for its clothing, but now they make things like bedding, paint, furniture, or dishware and glassware, right? I saw a Ralph Lauren plate being sold, some coffee plate being sold for $22 in New York. I left it in New York. I didn't buy it, so I didn't bring it back. It stayed right there in the store. But Ralph Lauren can transfer the association of quality to multiple different categories, and there's a fit. Right? There are people who like high quality linens, bedding. Right? So if a product is known as high quality, and that's what it's known for, then it can fit with multiple different categories. Now, if a product is known for functional attributes like Clorox is known as for its strength and cleanliness and so on, you cannot transfer that to multiple categories. The categories you transfer to must be more closely aligned with the cleaning products category. In bleach, you have to have products when you launch extensions that are more, the categories have to be more closely aligned with that. No one wants Clorox paint. You can have Ralph Lauren paint. Who wants Clorox paint? You want to do what? Strip the paint off the wall? Why, you cannot transfer Clorox, the attributes, the associations to distant categories. If it's based on quality, the brand is, the strength of the brand is its quality, it has more stretchability, so there's greater fit. All right? Now, leverage. Remember, I was talking to Erica about this. With cameras, Duracell could transfer, the associations could transfer to, Duracell could transfer associations to flashlights, the associations of longevity, strength, power, and all those things. But even though those could transfer to a camera, there are powerful cameras, there are cameras that might be long lasting. Does it give you an edge in the camera category? Not necessarily. That's not the number one thing people are looking for when they're buying a camera. Hey, this camera will last forever, right? No, in terms of taking pictures, right? No. People talk about clarity of focus, the quality of the image taken and so on. Those would give you an advantage in the camera category. And that's what leverage is. Fit, do the associations transfer? Leverage, does the parent brand give you an advantage in the new category? So think of Apple. I heard Apple was going to make, they think of making Apple cars. Do you think of any associations that come to mind with Apple you think might give it an advantage in the automobile category? Which associations would give it an edge? Wow, quality, design, luxury. I don't think of Apple as a luxury brand per se, I don't. High quality, perhaps. User-friendly, I like that. But does user-friendly, do people want to have a user-friendly car? I mean, I don't think that gives it leverage per se. Design, yes. Security, yes. Sleek, okay. So I see some people performance. So some of you are telling me of attributes, associations that could give the Apple car an advantage. That's leverage. Some of them are not, right? Some of them are not. No one say, hey, you know what? I just got the most user-friendly car. No, that is not something that provides it with leverage, right? Prestige, perhaps. Short-term battery. Listen, when you think of transferring, no. Stop a second. Prajatka said the brand itself. What we are doing, Prajatka, is breaking down the brand into associations. A brand is nothing but a series of associations. That's what makes a brand equity, the thoughts, the feelings, experiences you have that come to mind. That is what a brand is. So you cannot say, I'm transferring the brand, you're transferring the associations. So you leverage the associations that come to mind with the brand. Are you with me? Okay. It will come without wheels and won't have a charger port. Allison, y'all are some Apple haters out there. Come on. I'm teaching you on an iMac, and I have my iPad, and I have my iPhone right next to me. And I have my pencil. So y'all leave Apple alone, please. Leave Apple alone. Okay, let's move on. So leverage. Remember, fit, transfer, leverage gives you an advantage. Opportunity. Does the extension have the ability to generate sales? Who will buy it? Who will buy it, right? Who will buy the product? So fit, transfer, leverage. Do the associations when they transfer give you an advantage and opportunity? Will you have sales? All right. So let's evaluate these. We'll have to unmute people quickly when they put up their hands. Perfume made by a company best known for lighters. Zippo. Zippo made Zippo perfume. Put your hand up. Is there fit, leverage, and opportunity here? Put your hand up. Zippo perfume. Come on, let me see some hands. Let me see some hands. I want you to, okay. Evangeline, talk to me.
So one of the things that Zippo gives you is like the late night sort of cool smoking, vibe. And so Zippo perfume maybe could capitalize on that.
So what would you transfer? Cool, the cool aspect?
Yeah.
Coolness.
Right.
Interesting. Anyone disagrees with that or agrees? Put your hand up. That's interesting, Evangeline. I didn't think about that. Nikki, go ahead.
I actually disagree. When I think of Zippo, I think of lighters, and I don't want to smell like lighter fluid, terrible perfume.
I see. I don't want to smell like smoke. Hey, you wearing that Zippo perfume? How do you know? You smell like
Nike perfume.
Marlboro. Yeah. I'm with you. Conan. Thank you, Nikki. Conan.
In addition, I would say that perfume does not go along with fire.
Yeah, yeah, it's flammable. It's flammable. Yeah. I'm with you. I watch the Taken series of movies, and they use something, they spray it and the lighter and caught people on fire. Come on, I saw that. So I'm with you. Last person, Prajakta, talk to me.
I think a perfume can go very well with the lighter, because when people smoke, they want to get rid of that smell, and they can use the perfume for that.
I know that's a complementary product to some extent, but we're talking about the brand name. Does the brand name have associations that you can transfer to the extension? Yeah, that's what you have to think about. If it does not, then the brand name does not provide an advantage, right? They could call it anything else, right? So we have to move on, Lawrence. I'm sorry, Lawrence. I'm sorry, we have to move on. Apologies. Thank you for your comments. Wonderful. What about this one? Bud Light, making Bud Light seltzer. Put your hand up quickly. Fit, leverage, opportunity. Put your hand up. Ryan Gupta. Mr. Gupta.
Hi. So I think it definitely would transfer over.
What transfers, Ryan? What transfers?
So I think flavor-wise, it would definitely transfer. Personally, I think Bud Light is like a good beer. So I feel like tasty would be something people might associate with it, along with food, and maybe that would transfer to the seltzer as well.
Okay. Let me hear from Lawrence, then Dawn. Lawrence, you're muted. Right?
Yes. Okay. I don't know if people remember the adjustment in the recent commercials for this, but my analysis is that Bud sees so large of an opportunity that they are attempting to shoehorn their fit. And I say that because there was a change in ads for this where they even said, let's cover up the Bud Light and let's just call this seltzer.
So the Bud Light, they didn't want what was transferring. What was transferring was alcohol. The right, you could get a little buzz if you drink a lot of it. That was transferring. They didn't like that, so they did reverse marketing. The brand isn't helping this product, so let's say forget the brand, sort of, and just focus on the seltzer.
Yeah, because it's such a huge opportunity market.
Yeah, so they realized the brand was harming the extension. Dawn, you get the last word. You're muted, sorry.
My thought to Bud Light is Bud Light sells itself to be a refreshing beverage, right? So if you go to a seltzer, they're just transferring that to say, hey, this is another refreshing opportunity.
Refreshing, I like that. Someone, Miss Surprise, disagrees. She said it's both transfer watery. I don't know about that. I think my wife likes Bud Light as well. This is interesting. We have to move on, people. I'm sorry. I see more and more people in their hands up. I apologize. But usually this is a 90-minute lecture. I'm giving it to you in 55 minutes. So we got to move on. Apologies, apologies, apologies. Okay. All right. So put your hands down, please. Put your hands down. Thank you. What about this? I'm not going to ask you to speak. Just type in the chat, Samsonite luggage, right? It's brand luggage, but they also make outerwear. Type in the chat. What is the fit? What transfers here? Is there leverage? Type in the chat. And I want you to think of the brand and which associations transfer. That's the starting point, right? Durability. I like that, Evangeline. Travel. Really travel? Yeah. But does travel give it leverage? No. Travel can't give it that. Outerwear. Travel outerwear. It doesn't make me, right? It doesn't give it leverage. Those who want, but that if you have travel attire, naturally it will give you that travel look, as you say, right? Protective, long-lasting, durable. Airplanes are too cold. Yeah, but you're not going to wear a jacket all the way in that flight, that puffy jacket. Okay, so yeah, so it does. There is some things that transfer. What about Guinness? Guinness has made Guinness Blonde. I will show you the ad. Who here has had a Guinness? Put up your hand electronically. Who here has had Guinness before? Electronically, put your hand up. Some of you, not that many, I'm surprised. Okay. Oh, no, more. Okay, I see you. Okay, Cesar, you have had Guinness. Oh, wow. So Guinness tried to launch Guinness Blonde, right? So let me show you Guinness Blonde. Let me just show you quickly the commercial for Guinness Blonde, all right? Hold on. Let me share the screen. Here you go, Guinness Blonde. And when you're watching it, think of which associations from Guinness transfer to the blonde.
The award-winning Guinness Master Brewers proudly introduce new Guinness Blonde American Lager. Deliciously crisp and flavorful, brewed with Mosaic and Willamette American hops, and using centuries-old Guinness brewing artistry and traditions. The first edition in the new Guinness Discovery Series. Discover a new age of brewing excellence for yourself. New Guinness Blonde American Lager.
Can you all put down your hands, please? All put down your hands. All put down your hands. Let me see. All put down your hands, please. Now, put up your hand and answer me what fit or leverage was there. Right? We all know there's opportunity for blonde beers, lighter beers, and so on. We all know there's opportunity, but what fit or leverage was there? Cesar Garcia. Or Gracia. Okay.
It transferred the leverage of the brand, but it's not really associated with the concept of Guinness because it's a dark lager.
Yeah, but when you say leverage, remember again the brand. You can't leverage the brand. You have to leverage what makes up the brand, the elements of the brand, the associations of the brand. So some people said here, tradition, taste, right? Legacy, quality, premium. Let me hear from Anna Morrissey. What can you try? What is there fit or leverage here? Anna. Is it me or I can't hear Anna?
They're calling in by phone, Hayden. I don't think they can.
Okay. Let's say Anupama.
Hey, hi. So I think the look of the product, the way it has been advertised, the refreshing feel of the drink, that might have given a leverage to the product, the look and the color of the drink.
Right. So the color, yeah, but no. When you talk about leverage, again, let's back up. Leverage is which elements that you have transferred, give you an advantage in the category. They didn't transfer the color or the right? They didn't.
No.
That's like an entirely new element. So you have to think about which elements from the brand would give it, because you don't buy Guinness Blonde because it's blonde necessarily. You buy it because it's blonde, yeah, but because of what you know about Guinness, the trust. Remember, that's what someone said earlier, Anupama. You trust the brand. So what about Guinness you trust? Someone says, no, the history. You know the history, the quality ingredients. Are you with me?
Yep.
All right. Okay, we have to move on. I'm sorry. I see hands up again. I haven't heard from Chelsea, though. Chelsea, quickly. Chelsea?
Sorry, I had to wait to be unmuted. I was going to say that in that particular commercial, they were appealing to that rich flavor, that history of rich flavor, and talking about how that process hasn't changed. That flavor that you love is still there.
Yes, Chelsea. Oh my gosh. Spot on. You are the anti-Clorox, Chelsea. You are spot on, not spot off. Wonderful. I like it. Okay, so Guinness Blonde. And one thing I see people having trouble with, when you talk about leverage, you're not talking about the brand, you're talking about the elements of the brand, what makes up the brand, okay? So we are going to let you create an extension. You're not going to have much time, about 8 minutes. And that extension, I'll show you the brands. You have to explain it in terms of fit, leverage, opportunity. Do not describe the marketing mix. Just come up with a brand and tell me what fit is there. Fit meaning which associations transfer. Oh, wait, I'm not sharing it anymore. Oh my gosh, I apologize. I'm talking to you like you're watching my dang screen with me. Okay. So you're going to create an extension using the brands we're going to show you. You will not have much time, just 8 minutes. So think of fit, leverage, and opportunity. It must not exist yet, eh? So don't say Burberry hats, because Burberry hats exist, all right? Fit, which associations transfer? Leverage, which one association gives you an advantage in that category? One, opportunity, who will buy? That's it. Here are the brands, Bose, Firefox, and Lipton Tea. How many groups do we have? How many rooms?
18 rooms.
18 rooms. So room 1 to 6, do Lipton. Room 7 to 12, 7 to 12, do Firefox. Rooms 13 to 18, do Bose. 1 to 6, somebody type this in the chat, please. 1 to 6, Lipton. 7 to 12, Firefox. 13 to 18, Bose. Remember, all I want is an extension. What fit is there? What leverage? And who is going to buy? Fit, which associations transfer? Leverage, what association that you transferred that gives it an advantage in the category? Opportunity, who will buy? Now you have 7 minutes. Go. So be quick. Don't introduce yourselves. Just get to it. Sorry to rush you. Go, join the rooms.
All right, everyone. Breakout rooms are opening up, and please join your breakout rooms.
Okay, we are here. Can you hear me? Lovely. We are not going to hear from all of you. I'll just pick some of the rooms, some of the breakout rooms. I thought I would still see the breakout rooms, but I cannot. Let's just go with breakout room number 1 to start. Number 1, you had Lipton. Number 1, you had Lipton. What did you, someone from 1, please speak. Who's going to represent 1? Put up your hand.
I can do for 1, I guess.
Yeah, go ahead.
So for Lipton, we saw the fit of that company.
What's the extension?
Our extension that we thought was a carbonated tea brand.
Okay, that's a line extension, though, I think, maybe, right? Brand extension can be a different category, but go ahead. Let's hear it.
We thought our fit was, like in the sticking in the beverage company or the beverage world. We thought we could leverage Lipton's like association with being refreshing, potentially like sweet, and then we saw the opportunity, I guess, in the carbonated tea.
That market, who would buy it? Who would buy it? What kind of individual would buy that? Schultz, Mr. Schultz.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure.
Yeah. Well, one thing, this is, as you say, it's a mock lecture. So what happens is we don't have enough time for you to talk about that with your group. So that is fine. That's fine. I want to hear one other. Remember, when you talk about fit, you're talking about which associations transfer, right? Which ones transfer? Okay. So let me hear group number 6. Group number 6. You were Lipton as well. Allison, Katrina, Natnari, and Sarah Hale.
Yeah, so we decided on a tea cake. We figured that this was a brand extension instead of a line extension because it's a snack. It's not necessarily a drink.
Sarah, could you say that again? You decided on what? Look at my reaction.
Yeah, a tea cake.
I like it. I like it. Go ahead. I like it. I like it already. Come on.
Yeah, so we thought the fit was it pairs well with the product line and targets the same kind of consumer.
Wait, no. Remember, fit means which associations transfer. It's not complementarity, right?
Oh, okay.
It's not even complement, but go ahead. So the association that transfer there to me might be taste, right? And so on, but go ahead.
Yeah, the taste, the fact that it's seen as a classic brand and a budget choice.
Yeah, inexpensive.
Yep.
Which one of those would give you leverage in that TK category?
Probably the fact that it's classic, that it's been around forever. So it's something you should want to buy. It's a natural choice.
Oh, good tasting too. Okay, we'll just do one more. Thank you. Good job. Let's go to group number 9. Anna, Jeff, John, Jose, Laura, and Vulcan.
Hi. So our team talked about Firefox, and we kind of talked through how Firefox really stands for secure, speed. We talked about open source. Yes. So as we thought about where we wanted to go, we thought that hardware options were really not where we wanted to bring Firefox, but rather thinking more of around software solutions. So what our team thought about was wanting to develop a mobile application or a desktop application that would help provide security solutions for your laptop or
so a security, so like a security thing for your desktop or laptop.
Right, right. To help
and of course,
passwords.
Security would give it leverage because it's known for security. So a software security system would work. And opportunity, we know everyone wants that, right?
Yeah.
So, we have to move on. I'm sorry, Abdelrahman. Final one. We're going to give Bose. I want to hear from Carlos, Debiendo, Joe Barker, Laura Arena, Sam, and Yash. You doing Bose?
I can go.
Go ahead.
So so when we thought of Bose, we thought on basically having sunglasses. The reason for this is we believe that when we're thinking Bose, you're always thinking high quality. Also, there is a social status associated with it. Like usually, it's not just a cheap product. You always spend just a little bit more, and it's also there is a sleek looking with it, right? Like it's not only about the sound, just Bose equipment. It just looks legit.
I didn't think of that. The aesthetics, the look, and so on. That is interesting. And the aesthetics might, when it comes to the sunglasses. That's interesting. I like that. That's interesting. Hey, people, sorry we can't take any more. I know some of you would love to speak. I need to wrap this up quickly. Wait. Let me just go to the last slide. So what did we do today? We talked about brands and what brands are, and the fact that brands, when you talk about a brand, we're talking about what it's made up of, the associations and so on. And we gave you a framework to evaluate extensions, the flow framework, where you have to think of the fit, the leverage opportunity fit, which associations transfer to the extension, leverage of those that are transferred. There's a subset, there's a subset of associations that give you an advantage in the category, right? When it comes to Duracell, we're thinking of durability, longevity, and so on in the in the flashlight category, that gives it leverage. Opportunity, who's going to buy it? Fit, leverage, opportunity, there's a market. And you developed brand extensions and did a wonderful job. I cannot wait to try my Lipton tea cake and drink it with my Lipton tea. All right. Hey, folks, thank you for being here. We're going to close it out. Someone will say a few words to you, but I always like to say to my class, whenever I'm ending, I mean, it was really a pleasure. I hope I get to see some of you in my class upcoming, and it's not this rushed. It's not this rushed. We only had 55 minutes. Usually it's longer. It's 90 minutes for the live session. I always say at the end, it was a pleasure having you here with me. And as always, I want to say to all of you, do one thing that will enhance your chance of success on your job and in the program if you do it. Connect with each other on LinkedIn. Read a book, read an article, right? There's a great book I just read called Nudge, N-U-D-G-E. Read that. It's a wonderful book about how you use psychology to move people forward to do things in business. Do one thing to enhance your chance of success, and always end by saying, I want you all to go out in the world and be successful. Ciao. Thank you for being with me. Turn you over to Kate for the last minute.
Wow, thank you, Professor Noel. We really appreciate all of your great insight today. I hope everyone enjoyed this live class experience, which would just be like one of the classes that you would experience in our programs. Thank you to all of the participants today for attending our mock lecture and bringing some really great questions and comments to the table. We do hope that you gain some valuable knowledge and are inspired to submit your application today. The next deadline is November 4th for a spring 2022 program start. And we will be sending everyone in attendance today an application fee waiver for that application. We hope you'll join us at our next webinar on November 9th, where Associate Dean Brooke Elliott will present on gender equity in the workforce. It's going to be a really great discussion. You can actually register for that right on our Geese Online events page. We look forward to seeing you then, and I really hope everybody has a great day. Bye.
Bye-bye. See you later.